Today on XYZ with Erik Zachary, it's Cinco de Mayo, so obviously we're talking about dinosaurs. Jurassic Park is making up new ones. And
Those two connect.
It's starting to feel like Transformers meets Pokemon. I gotta be honest. Mom's hot take. My mom joining the show on cringeworthy etiquette. I like that she knows the word cringe now.
Yeah.
She uses TikTok more than most. Brother husbands is trending across the U.S., and I wish it wasn't.
Yep.
But speaking of Florida activity, dumb of the day, a Florida man has been arrested after having 3 different wives in 3 different counties all at the same time. Oh, and Lady Gaga broke a record for the biggest concert in all of ever.
No big deal.
XYZ with Erik Zachary starts now. We had very different Saturday nights.
Yes, we did.
And I didn't know that you were doing what you were doing.
Yes.
And you didn't know I was doing what I was doing.
I had no clue.
Until we followed up on social media.
Yep.
I attended the Sinfonetta, a charity organization for a small orchestra, black tie event.
Nice.
I was trying not to scratch my face during the live auction where like any little movement.
Oh, yeah, it could mean you are putting up thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and I was like, please, my face got itchy. Meanwhile, Jordan, what were you doing?
Star Wars burlesque. Yes. Have you ever thought CP3O would be sexy?
No.
Or have boobs?
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you say it like that?
Because I
Why'd you
want
say
to make it childish.
12-year-old?
Because it is a little silly. It's kind of silly.
Very silly.
Yeah.
Star Wars burlesque.
Yes,
This is like a touring thing.
The Empire Strips Back is what it's called.
I don't need to know more
Yeah.
than that. It's XYZ with Erik Zachary. Jurassic Park is making up dinosaurs. Aren't
They
they
are.
all made up dinosaurs to some degree?
Like, you've got a T-Rex, you've got
We still don't know. We don't know
pterodactyls.
the truth behind the T-Rex.
I'm
John
not even
Mulaney just did a whole bit on this, that it was just two leftover bones, and he was like, "Oh, those are the arms.
Not even gonna
They
touch
have tiny
that.
arms."
Not touching that.
Yeah.
The new one, Jurassic World Rebirth, which is coming out this summer, is introducing stuff that is just totally fictitious, like the Distortus Rex or the D-Rex, as they're calling it.
Is
And
it a DJ?
no, apparently he has like 6 arms. It'd be a great DJ with 6 arms. And Mutadons,
So
which
they're Pokemons now.
basically, I'm
Yeah.
thinking though, like, maybe we give up on Jurassic Park at this point.
I like the Jurassic Park franchise. I feel this way about most franchises, but at some point it's got to come to an end.
That's what.
How
this
many
is the
times can
sign.
you reinvent going to a dinosaur park and realizing things will go wrong?
That's what's happening, and if you want to see something called a Mutadon, which is half raptor, half pterodactyl, July 2nd with Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali.
I think that's also a character in Nacho Libre. XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's your XYZ ENT Entertainment Report, all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Tamara Dia was returned to her home of Los Angeles.
I got kicked out of Chicago.
No, she didn't get kicked out. She just wanted to go back to her Beverly Hills mansion where she wears a tiara while she reports to us.
Hey, I'm not mad. It's way warmer there.
Yeah, well, for now. Tamara Dia here with the Entertainment Report. Talk about Gaga setting crazy records at this concert that she just performed.
Yeah, so she broke a world record. She performed for 2.5 million people at a free concert in Brazil.
Wow.
And she did beat out the Queen of Pop, Madonna, who previously held the record, who performed for 1.6 million fans in that same spot. So she didn't just beat her. I mean, she crushed that record.
The Madonna record was pretty recent, though, too, right?
Yeah, only a couple years ago.
Yeah. It wasn't that long ago.
But, I mean, these are still insane numbers.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
mean,
not. Yeah. I'm not diminishing 2.5 million people, Tamara. I'm just saying, like, that was somewhat recent.
Not long
that
ago at
happened.
all.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
the local news reported that it was so big that there was seismic activity on the beach. There was even a foiled bomb plot that targeted the event, but thankfully, Brazilian authorities successfully prevented it. So it went off without a hitch, and 2.5 million got to see Lady Gaga do her thing.
Did they, though? That's the thing that I have with this record, right?
So, like, Cabana has, like, the giant screens everywhere.
Yeah,
Right.
but then at what point is it a concert versus is it just syndicated throughout like this? Like no one in the back is seeing or hearing the
Oh, no,
original
not at
sound,
all. Yeah.
right? It's no different than saying I am 5 miles away from a Taylor Swift concert, but I'm seeing the syndicated feed.
On
Am
a
I in the
screen.
concert?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not taking away the record from Gaga. That's huge. I'm just saying if you're in the back of that crowd on the beach and you say you were there, were you?
If I'm
Right.
there for free, yeah. Because if I just stumbled into that, because at 2.5
That's
million,
cool, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I'm built for being in a crowd of 2.5 million people. It's hard enough for me to be at crowds like Coachella. I get it's a little too much for me. But I think it's a very cool record, and it's very cool that Lady Gaga broke it. I think she's so incredible.
Who's next? If Gaga hit it now, who's next?
They're reporting that Beyonce could be the next Copacabana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe she'll do 3 million. Who knows?
Or she'll do 2.4, which I would find hilarious.
Wow.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Your XYZ ENT Entertainment Report, all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Megan Meyer, a mom out of South Carolina, is going viral because she is a member of the Brother Husbands Club. that she is so called it.
I don't know why you would give it that name.
Well, that's what she called it.
Yeah.
Brother Husbands. Apparently, she was dating a guy.
She was married to a guy.
Got it.
They got divorced.
Yeah.
She got together with a different guy.
Right, and then the first guy went broke and moved in with them.
No. The other way around.
Oh.
They're broke and they moved in with the ex-husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
And now they're part of Brother Husbands
And now
United.
now she's got an ex-husband and a normal husband, and she's calling them her brother husbands.
Does she have a kid with the first guy?
And the second guy.
Oh my God.
So it's a blended family.
But they're, oh my God.
Yeah, they all live under one roof, and it's called Brother Husbands, coming to TLC.
You know when you go to the grocery store and they got like the 3 different cheeses mixed into one, and you're like,
3
it's
cheese
not
blend.
good. It's not going to be good. This is a 3 cheese blend.
Just get the Asiago. Just do one. It's crazy.
Mom's Hot Take on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile. My mom joining the show to provide her perspective on things that once were considered polite or having manners that are now considered cringe.
Here's one for you. Hi, Mr. Zachary and Mrs. Zachary.
Oh, just for using some...
Addressing married women by their husband's name. Is that cringeworthy?
Oh, well, that's different. It depends if that's the name they
That's
use
on the
or
list.
not. Well, again, that's a whole different conversation. Do you take your husband's last name? Do you hyphenate your name? Do you keep your maiden name?
Interesting.
But are you saying okay?
I kept my maiden name hyphenated until 25 years of marriage.
And it complicated every legal document you ever had.
Did.
You should have just kept your maiden name at that point.
That's funny.
There's another one. Writing thank you notes for everything.
Yeah, well, that's cringe.
Because people don't write anymore; they text.
Well, when you say
writing versus sending,
right, okay,
got it. Okay.
I was gonna say for every little thing, like that's a simple, hey, thanks for that. You don't need to send a letter.
I think there's a couple situations that people are trying to like mass thank people for.
Okay.
Like wedding gifts, or if you run a GoFundMe or something, and rather than just saying like personalized thank yous, which I think are absolutely warranted always, people are just trying to get away with like appreciate you. It's like that's not
right.
That's not okay. I know that this has been going around with like girls dating in their 20s right now. They think it's very cringe when a guy holds the door.
Yes, that's on the list.
What?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, they'll call it cringe, like guys being too polite or quote unquote following too normal of
Opening the
gender
door,
standards.
standing when a woman enters the
give
room.
me a break.
Yeah, producer Trace isn't happy.
No, I'm with producer Trace on this though.
Manners are now cringe?
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
That's Gen Z
No wonder
saying.
they can't find a boyfriend and girlfriend. What are we doing?
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
I agree. We had this conversation with Tamara Dia, our entertainment correspondent, a little bit too, where it's like, just because you want to do something nice, and I'm speaking as a man here, a heterosexual guy, not generalizing, but just because I want to hold the door or pick up a check doesn't mean I'm not a feminist. I'm not seeing you as a powerful, independent woman. I'm following a certain code that I was raised with that I want to provide, and that doesn't mean that it's making you any less of a person.
Right. Yeah. Or you're walking out of the door with 4 coffees in your hand. Here, let me make sure that you don't spill one of them.
I'm pretty confident you'd be upset if I watched you struggle with those 4 coffees.
You know what?
With
Next
the door.
time I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm just going to watch. Like, you open the door for yourself.
That will go well for you, Trace, in your relationship. And again, this isn't even just a dating or romantic thing. Like, I hold the door for people regularly.
Yeah,
that's just what I do. And the amount of people I'm seeing such an increase that just like look at me like I'm crazy for holding the door for you. It's like, do you want me to drop it in your face?
But I also see on the opposite spectrum of that, a man would hold a door open for me, just did recently, and I was like, thank you, I'm gushing. And I'm like, okay, that's wrong too. I mean, it's just kind of polite to hold a door open if somebody's got the 4 coffees.
Yeah, I mean, I'm holding a door whether it's a guy or a girl. I mean, obviously I'm a little more inclined if it's an elderly woman as opposed to like a strapped dude that's 12 feet away, because then you're playing that game. It's like, how long do I hold the door for?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't think I've ever not held the door for someone, but it will crush me if they don't say thank you or acknowledge it.
Yeah.
If you're a complete stranger
no.
and I'm holding the door and you just walk through it, I will walk
Rude.
up to you and say, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
Tap him on the shoulder.
Excuse me. I have a citation for you.
There's one more for you,
Oh,
boys.
good. Okay.
Women needing chaperones for dates.
No.
That is cringeworthy.
I agree with
Chaperone?
that. Yeah, because then you're playing into the whole like a woman can't handle herself, and that's not
like her
fair.
dad has to go?
Wait, what do you?
No, like maybe a friend.
I think no. It's like a buddy system situation.
Oh, okay. So she
Yeah.
brings somebody that she knows if she's going on like a blind date or a first date.
Yeah.
Got it.
Didn't you
Okay.
guys do that?
What? Jordan.
Oh, I crashed one of his
Jordan
dates.
crashed
Sorry.
my
Yes,
date,
I
which was
crashed his
very
date.
cringe.
But also, I'm very protective over Eric. I want to
Yeah.
make sure he's meeting the right lady. So, yeah, you know what? Let's keep the chaperoning in play.
no, that's.
I think all three of you at one point have chaperoned each other. I really do.
I've chaperoned Jordan when he's intoxicated.
Yeah, I need a chaperone in general, okay? Find me an adult.
Yeah,
I've been
he needs a good
intoxicated.
changing at noon.
Yes.
He goes down for his 1:30 nap.
Yeah, you know, actually, let's wrap this up because I might need an early changing.
Early changing.
Ew.
He made direct eye contact
That's
with me.
cringeworthy.
When he said that, he's
Yeah.
cracking up because he knows how bad it was. He knows it was cringe.
So bad.
It was awful. Oh, man. All right, Mom. I love you. I appreciate you. I got to get to this early changing.
Thank you, sir.
Mom's hot take. You want powder today or no?
Yes. Oh, powder always.
Oh, okay, that's enough. No more.
Mom's hot take, all brought to you by T-Mobile. For a great deal on iPhone 16 Pro, head to T-Mobile.com. In today's Dumb of the Day out of Florida, which is shocking, a man has been arrested after having 3 different wives in 3 different counties.
All in Florida. Yes.
Well, at least he stayed within state. Before we get to that, though, a little bonus dumb fact.
A jail in Georgia went into lockdown as one of the convicted killers, convicted for murder, went missing for 12 hours. They were like, oh no, only for the cops to realize they forgot him at the courthouse. The jail's panic.
If it wasn't murder,
Right.
I'd be like, all right, I think he
It's no
gets
big
out.
deal.
I
Yeah.
think he got. I think that's like when your teacher
Let him
doesn't show
go.
up after 10
Yeah.
minutes. You're just allowed to leave. Dumb of the day on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. A Florida man, which I know is shocking to hear those words after Dumb of the Day, has been arrested after having 3 wives in 3 different counties, all within Florida state.
My man, Henry Betsy Jr. Players are going to
Henry
play.
Betsy?
Yes, and boy, is
It's like a Confederate general.
You know what? He'd probably add that to one of his profiles
Got it.
On Tinder, Hinge, or whatever he was using. He had several, and I guess apparently this dumb can go to the state of Florida as well because they don't cross-check whether you get married in one county or another.
Which seems crazy in today's day and age. Back in the day,
Yeah.
when you had actual paper records.
Yep.
But like, you're telling me a Google search doesn't reveal if this guy's married or not?
And that's what the 3 women are saying. They're upset because it took no time for all 3 of them to realize that they were all married. They also went to ABC Action News down in Florida. The I-Team is on it. But
Thank God that we have the real investigators.
Exactly. But they found out pretty quickly because there's no cross-referencing between counties. So he met one girl on Tinder. He met one girl out at the bar. He met another on another dating Match.com.
And this seems so problematic. I mean, it's all problematic.
Right.
But outside of the moral reasons, like the minute he tries to open a joint bank account, his social security number would get flagged.
I think he's just, doing his thing. He's going to figure it out as he goes on.
I'm not trying to victim blame here.
Right.
But that tells me that these women aren't like pursuing normal marriages either. If he was able to get this far until like they were like, oh, we don't have each other on health insurance. Or,
He's doing the shotgun weddings for all 3.
and they all happened at the same time?
No, they all happened fairly around
This is some
each
Florida.
other.
This is
But
some
yeah, it's so
Florida-ish.
Florida. It's so Florida. But
They all work at Disney too.
Head over.
That stuff happens. My buddy worked there for a while, man.
To my knowledge, they never met at Disney. I'm sure
Goofy
he's
and
taken them
Tinkerbell
there.
be getting it on. Captain Hook jumps in
Look,
sometimes.
my fear is you're going to give him ideas for a 4th wife, so you got to chill with all
Put
that.
him in jail.
Well, yeah, he's been arrested for bigamy, and boy, was it big of him to do all this.
There it is. It's XYZ. While he may not be the first person to do a backflip on Saturday Night Live, I think he's the first person to kick off a musical set
Yes.
with a literal backflip. Benson Boone, today's XYZ live performance of the week. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, professional parts people. Performed his new song, Sorry I'm Here for Someone Else.
He did, and then, like you said, he flipped immediately, and what that made me realize is that some of these artists should start with something big, because that kept my girlfriend around for the musical performance. We typically skip them. We want the skits.
I'm sorry, are you alluding to the fact that your girlfriend wouldn't continue to watch Benson Boone and his abs?
He didn't take his shirt off.
If he didn't backflip,
fully clothed.
He's a good-looking man.
Yes, but he was fully clothed. He was not getting sexy on SNL. So I'm saying
it's a
more
good song,
artists.
though, too.
It's a great song.
It was cool, though. Quinta Brunson was the host. She introduced him. He backflipped as she's like, and now Benson Boone.
Yeah, and then kind of saying to her.
Yeah.
It was real cute.
It was definitely performance of the week worthy.
Yes.
XYZ Live, all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, professional parts people. From the T-Mobile Studios, it's XYZ with Erik Zachary. For a great deal on an iPhone 16 Pro, head to T-Mobile.com. I wanted to talk about this Steve Harvey story that crossed my desk this morning because I immediately fired it off to Jordan.
Yeah.
Because I love a good petty success story. Steve Harvey, who struggled with a stutter growing up, had, I guess, a couple teachers, but one specifically that was like, you'll never make it on TV.
Was very adamant, had even gone to his parents and said, like, he's shooting too far.
He's
stars.
being
like,
delusional.
Wow. Yeah. She was on him about it. And so ever since he's become famous and super successful, he used to send her a TV every year.
A brand new TV.
A brand new TV.
So she could watch it.
Like, you're going to see me.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
That's the kind of petty that I love. Because she also gets something out of it. But I also love the idea of her having, remember like the old Best Buy displays of like 19 TVs stacked on top of each other? That's just her living room. All family feud.
Steve Harvey's face.
The mustache everywhere.
It's like a sports bar.
Right. What's the most petty thing you did when someone told you couldn't do something? I want to know, because I have something in mind. But think about it. Think on that, Tamara. Think on that, Jordan. And you think on it, too. We'll talk about it next. XYZ Content on Instagram. What's the most petty thing you did when someone told you you couldn't do something? Under the covers on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief today. A unique take on Justin Timberlake's classic, My Love.
If I wrote you a symphony,
His name is Brady Turner.
just to say how much you mean to me.
Both singing and playing guitar here.
If I told you you were beautiful,
Film this in what looks like his living room.
would you date me on the regular?
Dude's voice is insanely
Baby, I've been
good.
around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl.
The vocal
like
control
you.
of that
This
falsetto,
ring
insane,
represents
so
my
good.
home.
Again, his name is Brady
But
Turner.
there's just one thing I need from you.
You can find this cover on YouTube.
Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I could see us in the countryside, sitting in the grass, laying side by
Okay,
side.
Giveon. I see you. Brady Turner is his name. Today's XYZ Under the Covers feature, all brought to you by Optima Tax Relief. What's the most petty thing you've ever done when someone told you can't do something? XYZ with Erik Zachary. This is stemming from this Steve Harvey story. He had a teacher growing up that told him he'll never make it on TV.
Yep.
She went as far to go to Steve Harvey's parents and be like, hey, this boy's delusional.
Yeah.
So then as he found success, he started sending her a new TV every single year to her address. I love that. I love it. I had a similar story, much smaller scale than Steve Harvey, but
Right.
I had a teacher in 8th grade, a drama teacher,
Okay.
that I missed one rehearsal for a play that I was in.
Yeah.
Because I was sick and everyone else was sick. But because my parents didn't report it right or didn't give her the proper
Sure,
notice, she was trying to enforce this, 24-hour notice. So
This is an important play, Eric.
her whole thing was if they don't learn how to properly act as an adult,
Right,
then
right.
they'll never learn. So she fired me from the play.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, and it was super messed up because she let the other girl who had a compromised immune system or something. She got to stay in the play. But
Oh, wow.
Anyway, she told me she was firing me because I would never understand what it would be to be a professional actor if I couldn't understand rejection.
Oh.
And 12 months later, I got cast in an off-Broadway show in Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah, at a very acclaimed theater called Steppenwolf. And
Yep.
I remember walking the playbill back to her classroom and putting it on her desk.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And she just stared at me. She's not a nice woman. But
Yeah.
What's something petty you've done, Jordan?
There was one time with this lovely radio career of mine, I got the opportunity to give tickets away randomly, not on purpose. Randomly gave tickets away to a guy who used to bully me in high school.
Oh,
And
I remember this story.
After like giving away the tickets on air, he reached out to me on Facebook and was like, "Hey man, I really appreciate this. Not only that, but like I love to see everything that you're doing, you know, regardless of what happened in high school, like I watch everything you do. I think it's so cool." And I hit him back and I was like, "I basically allow you and your wife to have fun. I own your life, okay? You wouldn't be going there without me."
Chill out.
All right, I remember everything that you said it did.
All right.
This is my moment.
I love
So
that
hope
you
have
sound like,
fun.
why are you Colonel Sanders right now?
I don't know, but maybe that's my my spirit animal.
Okay. Colonel Sanders.
Amazing.
With the KFC guy.
Your secret spices.
Exactly. I was getting spicy.
Tamra, anything petty you've ever done?
I'm trying to think.
Tamra.
But no, truly.
Tamra.
Like you would honestly, with my personality, you would think I would do some petty stuff because that would make sense. But I honestly like feel like I just need to learn how to become more petty.
Oh, we can
'cause
teach you.
I can teach you how to be petty.
I actually have something else that happened in line with how Tamra and I met. Her and I met co-hosting a reboot of TRL on
Yes.
MTV. It lasted for like 12 seconds. It was great. But I got cast the week after, like the guy at similar radio story was telling me like how he auditioned for the original TRL, and he was like, that's never gonna happen again.
Was he 50?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Okay.
remember the guy didn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Needless to say, he was the only person we worked with that never acknowledged or said congratulations when I moved to New York to be on MTV.
Right.
But yeah, that was a fun little moment. I didn't send him tickets. I should have, but I didn't like him. What's the most petty thing you've ever done? And I'm not talking about relationship stuff. That's a whole different topic.
Right.
But from a career standpoint that you got to do, XYZ content on Instagram.